Today's December 23rd, 2025. My name is Patrick Thomason. I'm back at my mom's house for the holidays. I just made $5,000 today. And I'm going to be showing you guys the fundamentals of B2B marketing and how exactly I do this on a more consistent basis than not. If you guys have watched any of my old YouTube videos, this is the OG background before I moved out of all the videos. All of my bookshelf was here, my camera was right here, this was a desk, not a chair. And yeah, it brings back a lot of memories being here. Here's some proof that I just closed a $5,000 deal. I'll show you guys right here. This was at 7:49 for you guys that were not raised military and don't know military time. 1949 is 7 p.m. So I'll be showing you guys in this video a pre-recorded video that I have in my install. I have a bunch of back-end offer. I have a back-end offer and back-end modules of my exact outreach system. You know, from the software stack to system build out, to booking and closing deals, to scaling the system, etc., to bonuses. So I'll be revealing how to pick a B2B niche to properly outreach to. I'll be going over in this video. It's basically this Loom video. So I'll show you guys. It's a sneak peek. I'll give it out for free. And obviously, like this system, I'm installing into any B2B business. If you're interested, you click the first link right down below. It's a newsletter, free newsletter. You will get an email every couple of days from me talking about what's going on with AI, automation, B2B marketing, sales, customer acquisition, things like that. It's extremely valuable and it's for absolutely free. Highly recommend you join. It's the first link down below. Other than that, yeah, I'll be installing the system into businesses. You know, we'll charge an install fee, then we'll just host weekly coaching calls. So this is going to be my model for 2026. But if you're interested, again, first thing right down below, you guys take some value away from it. This is going to be a heat ass program. And again, my name is Patrick Thomason, so you guys enjoy and take it easy, get some value from this. Picking a niche when constructing an outbound campaign and building out a system is the most important step, or at least one of them, when we're actually starting campaigns and starting to do outreach. Because if you get this wrong, the copy on the messaging and the emails go wrong, and it's a snowball effect. You get bad customers, you sign bad leads because you source the wrong ones, and it's a whole mess. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to pick a perfect B2B industry to start off with, get your first couple of case studies, because you only need a couple, and how to scale from there. So again, prompting AI, we can ask what niche makes it compatible for outbound. If you're offering services in the marketing space, B2B buyers who have authority, you obviously have to go over decision makers. We already talked about this. The average value of a customer needs to be at least $15,000 for each of your clients. Now, the reason being is because if you sign a customer and it takes you, let's say it takes you an upfront build out fee that you did for them of $2K, and let's say they already paid you a $1.5K month retainer, whatever your pricing model is, they're down the drain $3.5K, okay? And maybe they didn't get the lead booked in and actually signed for a 45-day cycle. Again, a 45-day sales cycle is an average of kind of what we see. The things you have to look at are if the ACV and if the average contract value is above 15K. So for instance, let's say you sign them that customer. Well, if the customer is worth 20K, then guess what? In profit, that's what, 16.5K for the customer, because you basically just subtracted the spend you have in marketing for your services and the softwares. And that's what makes it worth it. Now, stay to the end of this video, obviously, because before I reveal the exact data that you need to prompt AI with to pick a niche, we have to understand that we need to have our customers that we're outreaching to, obviously in the B2B space, but they need to have deal cycles that are days, you know, takes 10 days on a customer to like 90 at most. Because you as a marketer don't want to be waiting on deal size and deal flow to be able to get your money and get your results. Because it's going to take a while for these guys to close deals, the bigger they are typically. So that being said, here's what we're going to use to prompt AI, okay? And I'm going to have this down below or some variation of it. And this is what I ask. Give me 10 of the top B2B industries. Your prompt is this: lifetime value over $15,000, total addressable market over $100,000, obviously, so we can't run out of these leads. B2B space, sales cycle under 60 to 90 days. Below, I want you to come up with 10 hyper-targeted niches. Tell me briefly why B2B cold email works and is untapped for them. And I want you to write me these niches out in proper English. Give me that reasoning in under 2 sentences. I want you to be clear. So down below, we can see there are some B2B niches that work pretty well. Okay. And I've done a prompt like this and I've tested 10 and probably 3 of them were okay. And when I say okay, I'd probably say I'd send $1,000 or not $1,000. I send 1,000 leads in the ERP operating software space. And I'd probably get, I don't know, 3 to 5 booked meetings from that. Some of those guys called my personal phone because that's what I have in my cold emails. I have my phone number on the very bottom, which I'll show you guys the copy and stuff on in later modules. As of right now, we're just picking the industry and I'm telling you guys the reasoning behind how you can pick a proper industry, but I'll show you guys that later. But they literally called my phone. They were like, hey, I just received an email from you. And I remember this one time I was walking out of a coffee shop and somebody called my phone and I was like, oh, it looks like a spammer. And then I remembered that I put my phone on my company website and in my recent cold email campaign. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take this call. You never know. Well, the guy picks up the phone, or I pick up the phone, and the guy on the other end is basically like, hey, I got your cold email campaign, or I got your cold email. You were looking at XYZ. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And then I set them on my phone from there. So these first couple of customers that you generate with cold email will not always be as streamlined as you might think it is. They'll call you up, you'll call them up maybe, they'll respond back to an email in a haze. They might be doing something else. They might be busy. All this stuff makes more sense the more you go. But in the very beginning, it looks like it's just a bunch of different things going on. It's kind of confusing at times. But I'm making this so it's as streamlined as possible with my help as well. So that being said, vertical SaaS for construction contractors, cybersecurity services for mid-market companies. These are firms that, do security maintenance on a company that has like 50 to 100 employees. They'll make sure that there's good systems and they'll audit them and things like that. So security is non-optional. They have to spend for services. It's just depending on what service they spend for. That's literally it. B2B payments, fintech, embedded finance platforms, IT managed services, regulated. And you can even tell them, give me 10 abstract and off-the-wall niches. And I do this sometimes too, just to kind of mix up the AI. And it tells me 10 off-the-wall niches. So again, environmental sustainability compliance firms. I have a customer in this space. I have a customer in a water tank space. These guys might be a little bit harder, defense and aerospace subcontractors, mainly because they have government contracts with other countries and things sometimes. But yeah, like this, mergers and acquisition, integration, and post-acquisition consulting firms. Like you can highlight this and you can simply just look this up. And you can ask, okay, what are the pain points here? What do they care about? What do they sell? And you can ask AI and you go back and forth with it. And I'll have this stuff listed down for you guys down below, the prompts and stuff. But it will tell you, plain English, they capture value and realization. They deal with operational alignment. Their deal sizes are 25 to 250K. They're buyers, private equity firms. Their core pain points, bought the company, not realizing the upside, revenue stalls, misaligned teams, short high pressure sales windows. Okay, so this is like a company that needs to get flipped, like a merger and acquisition, but it's not really happening, and they need an outreach method that you can install on them. So that's really what it is. Obviously this stuff it makes sense, but it can be overwhelming if you don't know exactly what you're looking for. So I'll give you guys obviously the prompt down below in the description under this video. And then I want you to pick those niches. Now the reason being I don't have 10 flat black and white niches for you is because by the time you watch this video, and here's the thing about course content, it's great, but it can be used as a supplement for the information that you're given. If I give you a list of niches that work right now, December 23rd, 2025, utilizing AI and market trends and what's actually happening in the current market, it's great, but it would only serve you a couple months or until 10 other people who join the program come in and say, hey Patrick, I just tried this, and there's like 9 other guys in the community that are talking about the same niche. Like, what's going on? And I'm like, well, I would be creating competition that way. So instead of just giving you niches, I'm teaching you how to fish, basically. I'm teaching you how to construct the engine, which is in this certain situation, giving you the prompts that can be readily available for any AI during whatever time you're living in to prompt the AI engine to come and actually scrape this data off the internet and get it in real time so it's most beneficial for you. Because I can give you these 10 niches, I can go copy and paste this and put in the description, but it'll do you a disservice, right? So I'm showing you guys exactly how to do it. This is what I look out for. And TAM is obviously needing to be above 100,000 when we outreach. We don't want to be running out of leads, right? We want to be able to segment with keywords and stuff like that, which I'll get into here in a second on the upcoming modules. And we want to be able to do all that stuff. So this is prompting AI. Let's just say we go here, industrial equipment finance brokers. This is what we're going to go after. So I say, give me the LinkedIn sales nav filters and angles that I can take in my cold email campaign to outreach to these businesses and pitch my cold email outreach services or install offers. And so it'll give you a litany of responses. So obviously right here, this will give you the filters: financial services, operations, the function, CXO, VP, director level. These are kind of the employee headcount we're looking at, intent-based filters, and it tells you the angles. So when we get into the constructing of the cold email copy, when we're actually building the system, and we're showing you guys how to book the sales calls and everything like that, we'll get into this and I'll show you guys how to do this. So in the upcoming course modules, and I'll probably keep these names the same. It'll look a little bit different by the time you're watching this and by the time you join in, depending on whatever time it is. But yeah, you'll watch these first, like I said. You'll go through the software stack and what it takes to actually build out the system for the technical side of things for the software. So you have to purchase these softwares. Many of you guys already have Calendly, sign our terms of service, obviously. Leads through Find Email, and then instantly is the email outreach system that we're using. And again, some of these softwares tend to change. We have a service-based business that is able to generate booked meetings. Like there's 1,001 different softwares that go to market every single day that offer this type of stuff. And many of the competitors of Find Email, which is a lead platform, and Instantly, which is an email sending platform, as you guys know, like Apollo, Pipedrive, HeyReach, Instantly, they're all competitors, obviously. So when a new software comes into the market, somebody can easily undercut the price of Instantly for like 5 months, and then everybody will go flood that software. So it might look a little bit different, but the fundamentals are the same, and you're still spending significantly less, like a fifth, a tenth of what you'd be spending on paid ads every single month. Again, and then you're actually only outreaching to key decision makers here. So you're not even filtering through the fluff and having to pay money to go through all that. You're sourcing the exact leads that you need. All right. So that being said, I'll go over more on the system build out. But as I said right here, picking a B2B industry, this is what we're doing for it. So this was a very clear and concise video about how to pick a B2B niche, what exactly to look out for. To recap, we're looking for companies, and I'll give you guys the prompt down below as well, where you can literally say like, I'll show you guys the prompt right here, and I'll have a variation of it down below. And what it is you basically want to say, let me see, let me show you guys right here. Yeah. So I want you to give me intent-based filters on LinkedIn Sales Navigator on how to source these leads in, selected niche, and insert the service you're fulfilling for here. Cold email marketing, tutoring services, B2B outreach, booking calls, automation, AI automation, some sort of implementation offer, outreach offer, whatever it is. And then obviously MySpace is in the cold email build and release offer. So you prompt AI with this and it will tell you exactly what to do. All right. Again, just to recap, here's what we're looking for. We're looking for companies obviously in the B2B space that have a sales cycle of 10 to 90 days. The LTV, lifetime value of a customer, let's say is a 20K to 100K plus. Again, typically the larger customer's worth for these businesses, the longer they have to deal with them with the sales cycle. That's just any given. And obviously we're after decision makers. Oops, misspelled that. Decision makers. And these are all things we're prompting AI with. So when we're looking at these different spaces like compliance risk management software, do they check the boxes? So in other words, these are softwares that check compliance risk for companies, make sure that they're audited properly, everything is good with, their two-factor authentication, making sure like they're The business is like all up to date on their maintenance stuff. They're not behind on anything. Like there's a bunch of different ways these risk management softwares operate. And you might not know what any of this stuff is, but again, you can ask and utilize and prompt AI. And this will come even more into play whenever we have the system build out and we actually start writing out the cold outreach copy. And so, it'll tell you a good amount of what you need to know here. But in reality, you can do as much research as you want. At the end of the day, all you have to know is why the risk management software would even be remotely interested in the outreach software or the outreach services that you have, or the build and release or automation services that you have. So now it becomes a question of prompting AI and asking, give me a sales argument that positions my outreach solution as a key system in their company and not be replaced by AI. I mean, this is just a prompt we have right here. And so for each of the niches that it spits out with AI, when you do this on your own, you can see the sales argument. Most companies in your space rely on referrals, manual outbound, word of mouth. Our outreach system is just sending emails. It's high quality pipeline. Unlike AI tools that can write messages, our system ensures real human lead targeting and deliverability. And we are selling a system and an infrastructure. This is what I want you to think about. So I just showed you exactly how to pick a B2B industry based off some of the filters and some of the requirements that you should already have in your head from the previous call, from the onboarding call. Obviously, if you need help selecting your industry, there should be a weekly call. I don't know when I'm going to have the weekly calls, but there'll be weekly calls. I haven't figured that out yet. I think it's either have them on Monday or Wednesday or Friday. Then yeah, we'll pretty much just be able to go from there and everything like that. So that being said, that's how you're going to pick a B2B niche. Have at it. I'll have the prompts down below. Peace. So that's pretty much the entire video. Hope you guys got some good takeaways from the B2B marketing and how to really just pick a niche, how to segment out that niche, and how to properly start outreaching to decision makers once when you know who you're going after so you can talk to them. Obviously, check out that first link right down below. Free newsletter called the Pipeline Pulse. You guys will get updates every couple of days about what's going on in the current marketing side of B2B and everything like that. It changes very constantly. So other than that, leave a like on the video and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.